This is Utkarsh Raj, first year student at IIT Roorkee, and through this video I would like to share my one of the project in data science, and this is a digit recognizer, and I made it using convolutional neural network, and this again using TensorFlow and Keras libraries. So let me show you the model what I made, like final project. So here you can see the canvas, and then there is a two button, submit button and clear button, and then again you can see what is the recognized digit by the machine. Okay, so first of all let me show you some of the demo. Like, so if I draw 4 and if I submit, yes, it is recognized as 4 now by machine. Then again if I show you some other device, other digits, yes, this is looking like a 5, and the machine also recognized it as 5. Then again many times it might not be possible, like every time it is not possible to predict correct digit, so many times it might predict a wrong digit also, because machine is not always 100% trained. So yeah, it is looking like 6 and it is obviously showing the digit 6. Okay, now let me tell you about the code part. So here you can see a Google Colab library where you can see a notebook, and you can see here like I imported some of the libraries like TensorFlow and then Keras, then NumPy and Matplotlib. Matplotlib is to represent the picture, and then NumPy to use the array. So here you can see I downloaded the MNIST dataset, and you can see here also it is stored in this link. So it is downloaded from this link, and again in this data you can see there are about 60,000 inputs, or you can say 60,000 data, and every data has 28 into 28 dimensions. And then again we have some testing data also, like apart from training data I have also testing data. And you can see in the training data how one particular array is defined. So like here you can see there is 60,000 inputs, so if I see one input then it looks like this. And then you can see there's a number like 0, 1, 2, something something, 318, 154, 770. So it is in a range between 0 to 255 or 255. Yes, so maximum digit you can see somewhere around it is 255. So it is like in between. These are like some of the pixel kind of thing in a 28 into 28 square. So what the every square represents pixel. So these are some of the pixel. It is converted into pixels, and then the computer convert it into image, and I can also show you in the bottom part. So yes, this is in between 0 to 256 or 254 5. Okay, then again I can show you the labels. Yeah, first of all let me run these cells so that I can show you some of the things. Yes, so these are some of the labels like which particular array represents which number. So here you can see in the data set the first number is 5, and then again 0, and then 4, then 1, then 9. Okay, and I will show you the pictures also how it is inserted in that format. Just a second. Yeah, so yes, you can see the first digit is 5, and then 0, then 4, then 1, and then 9, and it will show you the pictorial graph also. Xtrain is not defined. Okay, it is not Xtrain, it is X. Yes, okay, here it is in the range of 0 to 2, let's say 0 to 5. Okay, then run it again, and you can see 5. Yeah, so this 5 is for this. Yeah, then again 0, then again 4, then 1, then 9. So likewise the input set is given in to which using which we are going to train our model. Okay, so yes, before modeling or before passing the data to the model set, we have to normalize the data set. As you can see in the pixels, it was a range in between 0 to 255. So what I am going to do, I am going to normalize in between 0 to 1. So all the data will become in between 0 to 1. Okay, so this normalization will help us to get the more accurate figures. So yeah, after normalization you can see if I print the data, so here you can see every point is in between 0 to 1. No one is apart from more than 1. Okay, you can see everyone is in between 0 to 1. So this is how we can normalize the data. All the data is normalized now. Now you can see I'm defining some of the layers. This is the part of neural networks. So this is the first layer, then second layer, then third layer, fourth layer, fifth layer. So I am defining all these layers. So layer size you can see here 128, then 128, then again 10. So this shows the density. And if I fit the model with X-train and Y-train, and you can see here these are the loss, and this represents accuracy. In the first epoch it is 0.86, and then it jumps to the 0.96, and then again the final epoch is 0.9780. so this is the final accuracy, you can say. Then again these are the prediction table. So I pass the X test. So I am going to test the data set like it is correct, it is predicting correctly or not. So I have a similar time kind of in as the input, or you can say using which type of data, this pixelation data we train our model. The same kind of data I have of X-train also. So I am using this X-train to predict the model. So I am going to predict the model. So let me see what's the prediction says. Okay, so in the X test, in the X test, the first digit or first label is 7, and how it looks like, let me show you. Yeah, it looks like this 7, and model also predicted it as 7. So this is the whole convolutional neural network part, or you can say this is the main part of the coding. And let me show you how I connect. And now let me show you how I connected this digit recognizer, or you can say this data science part, to this web development part, so that it is visible in my website also. So here I can show you. So this is my VS Code. One more thing I want to show you is that, yes, if I draw something here, like if I draw 4 and it predicted 4, so in the terminal I'll show you the, yes, the latest one here. Here it is predicting as a 4, and this is the probability distribution of every digit, like the digit I drawn there, for it to be a 0, what is the probability, for it to be a 1, what is the probability, and all. So here you can see the probability of being that 4 is 0. Like 53% it is sure, and 46% it is showing like this is 1. So sometime model may behave in some other manner. So like if I draw 6 and it predicted 6, let's see the probability of being 6. Yeah, so here you can see the probability of being 6 is 1. So it is pretty sure that the digit I drawn there is 6, and like it is 100% accuracy, and sometimes the accuracy may become less also. So it depends on what are you drawing. So again, yes, this is my VS Code, and this is all about Django, how I connected this everything. So this is my portfolio part. So if you have seen that Instagram video then you can nicely understand this video also. So this is my process.py file, and everything I written in that Colab. Yes, you can see here everything is like that. So this is my model part, and these are the libraries I imported. So these are the code for these are the same code that is written in this Google Colab by Google Colab notebook. So I converted this model file into JSON and I stored it in. So to make this model more effectively, or to make the model more fast, what I did, I just converted this model into two types of folder. First is the JSON folder, and then .h5 folder. Okay, and these model are saved here. Here you can see models. Yeah, so the model is saved in the form of model.h5 and then model.json. And now I am calling those model to use it. The process.py, here you can see in the process.py, here you can see how I imported the same JSON file and I read it, and using some using some JavaScript I make that canvas. Yes, this canvas, using some JavaScript code I make this canvas working, all the digit whatever I draw here, it is converted into data URL, like this image in the PNG format or JPG format, converted into data URL, and that URL is sent to this backend. And then again in this backend you can see I am taking the data URL and then I am splitting it and converting into image and then passing it to this after doing some of the normalization, like what are the dimension of the size, like I am resizing it and then converting into, if the image is not black and white, then convert it into black and white. So after doing all this I am passing it to this model to predict. Here you can see I am passing it to the predicting model, load model.predict. So this is the load model. Load model is that file that is saved in the form of .h5. Okay, then again if I am printing this probability distribution for every digit, and then using this numpy I am deciding that whichever the probability the probability of every digit, and in that also uh, whose probability is maximum, print that value, and that value is again sent to this front end and it is shown there. So this is the whole process happening. I could not show I can show you every process, but so here in the views file I am using the post method, in the static. So here you can see the code of canvas, how canvas is working in the JS file. So these are the code to work in canvas, and then again what I am doing, I am saving this canvas, I am converting this into data URL, and I am sending it to the this URL here, the process URL. So what I am using jQuery file, I am sending this data URL, like image URL, through this URL, and this URL is written for like you can see in the urls.py, same process URL is written for the process, and this process in there is views, and that process function is written in this views. And using this view you can see I am taking that data URL, and from that I am taking this txt. What is this txt is that the same data URL. I pass the data URL in the form of txt, Then again I am sending this to the digit, and digit is what? Digit is the process file where I am this is a digit function which processed the function and which predicted the result. So it returns the result, and then again this same result will be again back to back will be posted or will be sent through the same URL to the front end, and it will show you the result. So this is the whole process actually, how it is working, and it looks nice actually to work with this. I am drawing 6. It is drawing 6. Sometimes it shows wrong digit also. Like yeah, it is showing 7. Maximum time it is working. Some of the time it is not working. And yes, every machine cannot work 100% efficiently. And so okay, 4. Sorry. So this is the canvas. Thank you. So you can see it is predicting 0 as 3. So sometime this model may not work fine, and just due to the accuracy. Here also you can see it is showing that is 85% sure that it is 3, but actually it is not 3. So not in every case it is working, but most of the time it is working. So this model is efficient in some extent, not 100% extent. So thank you. This is my project.